The PFL's Donn Davis posted to X with an official announcement of PFL Africa. Davis posted, PFL Africa launches this July. 32 fighters from 14 nations compete in 4 single elimination events to become PFL 2025 African champion. This will be the 3rd regional league from PFL MMA. May 6, major press announcement with fighter roster and event location details. Hashtag PFL MMA, hashtag PFL Africa. This coincides with the broadcasting deal inked back in March, which saw the PFL and Sub-Saharan African pay-TV broadcaster SuperSport. Naturally, this will include their strategic partnership with the MMA superstar and chairman of PFL Africa, Francis Ngannou. What do you guys think of this event announcement? Where can we expect the event to take place, and what role will Francis Ngannou play in PFL Africa?
So we got the PFL landing on the continent of Africa before the UFC even thinks about stepping foot over there. I'm going to come to my man on the ground on this one. Kraken, let's come to you first, brother. What's your thoughts on PFL Africa? How's it going to work? And do you reckon it's going to open up the doors for more international promotions to be coming over to the continent and holding some events there as well?
Yeah, first of all, man, I would just like to thank, let me just say, the market for African MMA down here in Southern Africa is really big. So I think like the PFL are making a really big statement by coming to Southern Africa, because we have EFC and we have Cameron Simons versus promotion. So I think it's kind of smart, and them signing with SuperSport, which is like the big broadcaster in Africa. I think they're gonna surpass the AKO by Kamaru Usman, and yeah, man, I'm happy and excited to see them coming through. Let's see what they can do. I hope they can just shake up whatever like monopoly that the EFC currently has, because they don't pay their fighters like that. Because even the fighters, I know UFC has payment problems, but the fighters here are complaining, and the fighters are out here doing bare knuckle slap fighting. They do it like, we literally have Iga Cabeza, who's like probably the greatest MMA fighter to have ever existed, you know, and nobody knows about him because he doesn't have his papers in order to be able to travel overseas. And he's a pool boy, you know, he's a pool boy. He cleans pools for a living, besides being the greatest African fighter. So I'm looking forward for the PFL to come to Africa, and yeah, let's see where they go with this.
Yeah, I think that is definitely something that needs to be cracked. You know what I mean? You find out what, there's no money in MMA, like worldwide. Like you can get to the UFC and you can start making, you know what I mean, first contracts, you 10K, and that's how it goes from there. And then you work your way up. Not a lot of the fighters actually make it to the big bucks, the big contracts that we see some of them on. Like some of the veterans are going to be on quite a decent amount of money because they've been with the promotion for so long. It's like time served. You know what I mean? Your service gets you to a point where your contract's pretty decent. But obviously, depending on how well you do as well. But you find that a lot of the people that are on these 10Ks, they start off still having to work a job. You know what I mean? I know Terence Bolello, like he's still having to go and work. You know what I mean? Adrian Sanchez is having to put up backer buddy, you know what I mean, to try and help with the payment for his camps and whatever else it is needing, his medicals and all the rest of it. They've got to pay for that all themselves. You know what I mean? So hopefully this does start bringing more eyes. And like you say, there is the monopoly a little bit from the EFC. And yes, there's more promotions internationally, but the UFC still hold that monopoly worldwide as well, which is crazy. There's just nobody making that reach. But I think for PFL to land there, see what they can actually invest into it, see what they can do with Africa, and with the backing of Francis Ngannou, who's a massive ambassador for it. Hopefully he's going to push for a good few things for the fighters, and they can see some more money coming from it. S-Dog, so let's come to you, bro. Where do you think Francis Ngannou is going to place in this headline event, or do you reckon he's just going to be a face for the promotion to push on that side of the world?
I think him being a headline event for the first show in Africa would be insane. No matter who they put him up against, we would all watch it just because it's Francis Ngannou, and he's like the perfect guy to be the ambassador over there. I'm a bit sad though that they did it before the UFC. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I know the UFC, like with the PFL card, let's be real, boys, it's gonna be exciting. I'm super pumped for it because I know Africa, like my boy was just saying down there, like Kraken was saying, there's so many studs, boys, that we don't even know about. Like, as I've gotten into EFC recently because of y'all, because of Yao, Ola, Adrian, Big Shot, all the boys over there, like, I have really like respected like these boys are out there scrapping. There's guys that we have no idea about that. As I watch these EFC cards, I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, imagine there's so much more talent out there we don't even know about. So the PFL going over there, it's not going to be maybe the greatest card, but it's going to be a fun ass experience. And I think the main thing they should do to bring it all together is have Francis headline that thing, son, and just let him go in there and absolutely murder somebody and have that crowd go insane. But he's going to be the perfect ambassador for it.
Yeah, 100%. Cross, I'll come to you on this one. Do you think the PFL are going to take over a lot of the names that they've got already, or are they going to look at the like of Cameron Simon's promotion? Are they going to look at what Usman's been doing over there? Do you reckon even looking at the EFC and see who they can headhunt, who they can pick? Because I think if you want to get the local build on that and you want to really get the backing from the countrymen, there is bring in some of the local names.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think this is a very smart move to get a little foothold on an entire continent before the UFC. Makes complete sense. Hopefully, just like I think it's really gonna matter. Like, just like my brother Kraken was saying, the broadcast partners over there in Africa, making sure like people over there are able to watch it, and then also make sure it's seen over here in the States. And you can put on events, because I mean, there's plenty of fighters over there. Like, I don't even think a lot of people would even really care about the quality so much as to know like this is something that they have to build up. But I love it. And then on top of it, maybe it'll motivate the UFC to finally go over there and hold an event.
Yeah.
Yeah, should definitely open up the market, especially with like the local authorities and whoever else needs to actually give it, like the commission, as they could call it. You know what I mean? So that's right. This is what we need to do to get you over. Is it Kraken? Is there any like talk on where it's being held? Is it a stadium? Is it like an arena? Like, where's it at?
I just found out about the PFL like being official now. So, but like, hopefully they, I don't know. Yeah, hopefully they could do it in an arena, but like it's kind of like sketchy, because like the MMA market isn't that big, to be honest, because it's primarily white people who are gonna be able to afford that.
Whoa,
but listen.
No, it's all good.
Because like because even we currently have Kevin Lorena fighting for a WBC title, and the tickets have not sold.
If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget we do our Dust Off Shakedown every Wednesday, 9 p.m. UK time. Don't miss it.